If you're a heating air machine technician or even a salesperson, what do you need to know about a buyer's playbook and why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Silverbell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Today, we are talking about buyer style number 3. And this is the person that pits you against other salespeople. And in a lot of these instances, this is a price shopper. This is the person who has no problem calling out 27 people to talk to them about a product, a service, a widget, or a gizmo. And the only thing they care about is the bottom line, right? It's just the money. It's just the money. And so when you meet with this type of person, a lot of times they're going to ask you a lot of questions. Hey, what's the product? What's the service? What's the model numbers? What's the full scope of work? And you're going to get caught up in minutia. And what you need to know about this buying style of person is a lot of times they're going to leave a lot of information out. They give a lot of vagary. Like, so you'll ask them discovery call questions, which is your role and responsibility. It is the things that you're supposed to do. And they'll sandbag it. And if you've been in sales long enough, you've been doing your thing long enough, you know a vague answer when you get one. So you've got decisions to make, right? And those decisions include how much vagary are you going to take? How much process of this are you going to take? And I can think of a lot of times in my sales career where in the negotiation world, they call this whipsawing, where somebody just takes you to the shed and they don't really care about anything that you have to do. The only thing they matter is the price, right? They're answering to somebody and that person's never available, right? It could be their spouse, it could be their business partner, but that person's never around. And mysteriously, they can never meet with you. You can never have a conversation with them. When I was full-time in-home sales, it wasn't uncommon to have, like, to pull up to a house a couple minutes early, because that's what I always did. Could pull up a couple minutes early, and the wife is literally running out the door and jumping in the car. And you're like, hey, you can talk to my husband. And I was always like, hey, does your husband have your permission to make your decision today, right? And then, like, they would say, yeah. And then so here's what I would do is I go to the door and be like, hey, I just met your wife. You know, a really cool thing is she said that you have full permission to make a decision today. And I would look at them and they'd kind of grumble, right? But I'd be like, I got you, right? But you need to know that this type of buyer, this type of person that really at the end of the day pits you against other salespeople can cause a lot of problems for you if you don't know what you're doing. And this right here is why you should join my email publication. I will give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel. And what that could be is they could come back to you and it's always like, well, this guy or this girl right here is willing to do it for X amount less. They don't ever want to show you the scope of work. They don't care about all the things that need to get done. All they care about is that net result, right? That net buying dollar for what they're going to do. And like, I get it as a consumer, right? If that's how you shop and you want to save money, you just need to realize that once you get done with this buyer, there's probably going to be a complaint. There's probably going to be an issue. And you probably don't have anything else to give. You've probably discounted as much as you can. And this person can become super needy. And it's done on purpose because there's no control from you, right? There's got to be an equitable solution between you, your organization, your company, your product, and your service, and what that person pays. And sometimes as a salesperson, your role is to say, hey, look, I've given you everything I've got. I've got nothing left to give. I can't support this product and this service unless there's a certain amount of profit involved for me to stay in business. And if my competitor, loosely termed, is doing it for less, at some point it's going to catch up to you, right? You may not believe it, and that's fine, right? You don't have to. But at the end of the day, at some point, there's going to be a double whammy that you get something in the mail, that they show up, that you go to get warranty work done, and they can't take care of you. So be aware that there are buyers out there, and their playbook is to pit you against another salesperson. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.